Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Last time we tried to examine the Chief's office, but Chief Gant, he was leaving and he said, yeah, we gotta leave too, and, we can't examine the place, so, yeah. Anyway, we also learned that Edgeworth is contemplating resigning because trouble kind of follows him everywhere he goes, and he's just tired of all the BS, and upon finding that out, Officer Gumshoe decided to help us out, potentially at the risk of losing his job, by giving us access to the Chief's office. So, yeah, we're on our way back, right now. February 24th, Police Department, Chief's office. Here goes, Mr. Wright. My God, it's so majestic. Open sesame. If anyone finds us now, Detective Gumshoe's a goner. If that happens, I'm calling you to bail me out. Eek! Gah! Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I didn't even know you could slap a ghost. Ah, Detective Gumshoe! What are you doing sneaking up on us like that? I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too. If you're here, what's the point of giving us your ID card? Crumpled Gumshoe's ID card in pocket. Hey, don't do that to my card. Hardly ever get a chance to come in here, so I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now. You really do want to get fired, don't you? Not if we're lucky. Come on, let's see what we can find out. I've got a bad feeling about this. After all, it was Gumshoe himself who said, don't trust the police. I'm just saying, bro, what is this? A suit of armor, really? This is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons. Sure is, pal. Chief doesn't care for imitations. Press the pipe organ, now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room? What? You mean we're paying for this? No, not we as in you and us, Emma, but we as in not you, but just we. You don't pay taxes, you're in high school. That's it, I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes. Yeah, you can't do that. You don't have any taxes to pay. Shh, be careful what you say. Who knows? Chief may be hiding in this armor as we speak. I don't think he'd fit in there. Even if he did, he'd never be able to get back out. Cut it out, you guys don't know how scary that guy can be. Alrighty then. This is a safe, isn't it? Safe. That word is ripe with intrigue. Okay if you say so. It looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it. A 7-digit number. I think I just might know what it is. Okay. We'll come back to this. I'm not sure what will happen if we enter the wrong code. I better wait until I find something more definite. A 7-digit number. Didn't we see one of those somewhere? How about we try entering my birthday? I will not even dignify that with a response. Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk. Speaking of that, when we were here earlier... Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant. He put that paper he was reading in his desk. I wonder what he was reading. This looks like a list of evidence, used in a case. A list of evidence? In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this. Hey, look at the case name! Huh? SL9 incident. I wonder what this is doing here. Hold on, detective. What did you just say? I said I wonder what. No, about evidence lists. Normally they're twice as long? That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. A half-size list of evidence. That list of evidence, it seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. What would the other half of the list be doing here? I knew it! The chief must be hiding something about that case! It would appear so. Evidence list added to the court record. Let's give it a little look-see, shall we? List of evidence in the SO9 has been ripped in half, so only part remains. Okay, well, we can't really examine it. I mean, there's nothing to examine. It's not giving me anything. Okay, I mean, might as well turn it over. I mean, it's not like there's going to be anything on the back end. Wait, what? I wonder what this is. Looks like someone drew some kind of sketch here. What is it? Did you find something? I can't make it out. I'd better keep quiet about it for now. Huh? Oh, no, it's nothing. Why are your eyes moving about like that, Mr. Wright? I better not forget about this picture. That is a pretty interesting thing to find on the back. Just saying. But alright. Let's see, we check the desk. What's this? These shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out when she transferred over to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf. Hey! This is when Lana and I went to that theme park. Aww. She's sad that her sister no longer cares about her. Look at that giant window. I just want to crash through and jump outside. This is the 15th floor? I know, I was just saying. Saying what? Ever since making the detective, I've always dreamed about doing something like that. Note to self, Detective Gumshoe has a lot of dreams. So long as he doesn't go crashing through that window when he gets fired. Don't say that! Alright, let's check out this picture, why not? This was taken on that day 2 years ago. The day Joe Dark ran out of the questioning room and tried to kill Emma. After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here. Then went along with Chief Gant to question Dark. Bet he never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later. Gee, you'd think? Alrighty then. What's on this shelf? Oh, okay, the same stuff. Alright, let's check out this. This was Lana's desk. It sure is tidy. Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner. There's not even any dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Does Lana ever come back here? No. Chief Gant must still keep it clean in memory of their partnership. They were the stuff legends are made of. Does he keep it in memory of her, or in memory of the crime? Interesting indeed. Chief's organ sure is a sight to behold. No comment. Occasionally we are playing it from the Criminal Affairs Department. It's on the 2nd floor, and this is the 15th. When a detective screws up, the chief calls him to his office, and makes him listen to the organ for hours. What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul. After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except for the ringing in his ears. So it's an instrument of punishment. Literally. But aren't the chief's ears affected? He never listens to anyone anyway. That's beside the point. Alrighty, well then, the floor. This mark looks like some kind of flower. Where it is, it's designed after the insignia on the prosecutor's badge. Prosecutor's badge? Yeah, the one hanging from your collar. What? They have badges too? The design's supposed to portray the severity of the punishment system. Now that you mention it, it does look all pointy and kind of painful. Mr. Edgeworth never wears a badge. That's because he's a sharp dresser. A badge like that wouldn't go too well with his outfit. So sharp dressers don't need to wear badges? I guess everyone just kind of lets it slide. I don't see how that's supposed to signify severe punishment. Okay, anything else? No, what's this underneath? Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant. Oh god, no, yeah, we found this inside the drawer. A list of evidence from the SO9 incident. Mr. Edgeworth had the other half of that list. What would this list be doing here? We better look a little more into this list. Okay. Let's try a little something, shall we? He's trying to keep this little area clean. No, wait. I don't want to check this. I want to... No, whatever. Hey, I just bought some of that stuff. Now I can go around detecting blood traces too. Wow, is that a new type? I've never seen that bottle before. Add 3 inches to your base height. Base height. Hey, let me see that. Looming tall. New and improved growth formula. You mean this can't detect any blood traces? Oh, well, it's not quite the same thing as luminol. So that's why the lady at the counter had that smirk on her face. Okay, well, I guess I can't use the luminol. Okay. I've never seen that dialogue before. Looming tall. Okay. What do you have to say about this evidence list, Gumshoe? That's what the chief was reading before, isn't it? You know when we first came in here? Yeah, it looks like the right side of the form's been torn off. So the Edgeworth's list really was only half the whole thing. Something else is bugging me more than that. Take a look at the back of that form, pal. The back? Yeah, okay, we already did that. Is something gonna change when I look on the back of it? Just gonna tap through. Yep, they're still not telling her. Okay. Looming tall. I'm still stuck on that. On fire, I won't be able to give you any information, so that's why I have to get it all out of my system now. You understand, don't you? Don't be so negative, detective. We do want you to share your information, though. Oh, who am I fooling? I've never had anything useful to share to begin with. Arg. Got to stay positive. Alright, well then, you have anything to say about this, Gumshoe? It's the ID card record, isn't it? Yes, there's only one number left to investigate. At 4:20 p.m., the victim, Detective Goodman, must have entered the evidence room along with someone else. Someone with an executive officer number. 77777777. That's 17 too many, Detective. An executive officer. I just might have a hunch. I wonder. Would such an executive number, like, you know, people are known to use their ID numbers for passwords. Let's give it a shot. I mean, I knew this was always the code in general. I just thought there would be, like, something that would give you a little more definitive proof. Anyway, do you know what it is? I have a hunch. Oh, I know. I'm gonna try my birth date. It's... Yeah, just ignore him. I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. Alright. Input code. 777-9311. No, 7777. Bingo. What number did you enter? Whose birthday was that, pal? 7777777. The final ID card number on that record. What? The number of the mysterious executive officer who entered the room that day. You mean 7777777? That ID number? I think you're 1 7 shy this time. This can only mean one thing. That's Chief Gant's ID number. Say, anyone care to look inside? Yeah, we should probably look inside the safe. Stop breathing heavily there, Gumshoe. Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away? Look, it's a shard from a broken cup. This somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this before? There's something else near too. What's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth. This is a handprint, isn't it? Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up that design? I don't think so. Oh. Well, it was just a thought. Is that it? This is all that was in the safe? Apparently so. It's empty now. A piece of cloth with a handprint on it. And a broken shard from a cup. They look like pieces of evidence. Unless you can prove they have something to do with this case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here. Great. Now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items related to the SO9 incident? Come on, there's gotta be something we can show the detective. So, a piece of a broken cup, huh? Where have we seen something like... Ooh. This unstable jar. A piece is missing. Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar? All of us put that back together. Oh, those were the days. It's kind of early to be nostalgic. Was this jar a piece of evidence from that case? That's right. One of the shards had an SO9 incident sticker on it. Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found? You mean, this one? That was in the safe? Yes, that one. That was in the safe. Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. Alright, assemble fragments. Here, let me see that shard. I'll take a crack at this. Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do. Mr. Wright, here's some glue. If I can piece this together again, it'll prove Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes. Alrighty. I forgot how to control this. Yeah, controls, please. Oh, okay. Up and down to rotate. Alright, well... it fits! Perfect. There. It fits like a charm. That, of course, means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident. But, hey guys, get a load of this. What is it? This piece you just attached is different from the others. There's a reddish line on it. A reddish line. That's blood. I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in his safe? The unstable jar data has been updated. Let's examine it, shall we? That was the wrong thing, wasn't it? Okay, let's see. Evidence from the SO9, final fragment found in Chief Gant's safe. Blood traces. Blood traces. Okay. Hey, look here. It's hard to make out, but there's a dark red stain here. Looks like blood. This piece the Chief has is different, though. The blood stains on the other pieces are just spots. But this one's a line. That is odd. Alright. So we were able to prove that that had something to do with the case. But about this other thing, I mean, what could it possibly be? I mean, dude said that, like, that thing was a piece of somebody's shirt. I wonder. Could it be? Fire. Oh. Okay, well, maybe not. But it is a handprint. So maybe... Detective Gumshoe, I'd like you to have a look at this. Hey, I know what that is. So you want to take some fingerprints? That's a great idea, Detective. Alright, go to town. Sheesh. What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that? Go ahead. Take my fingerprints. It's not your fingerprints we want to take. Huh? Come on, this isn't the time for jokes. We're talking about that cloth we found in the safe. Oh, yeah. I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh, where's your sense of humor? Okay, well, I guess it wasn't a piece of their shirts. Yeah, it does seem a little bit too dark for that. Alright, well, fine. Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. Then, once they've been absorbed into the prints, blow the rest away. What are you, my mom? I don't have to be told a million times. Alright, let's get this over with. Alrighty. I forgot. Wait. Oh, maybe if I actually go to one of the prints. Okay. Yeah, okay, just sprinkle the powder everywhere. Everywhere we are sprinkling the powder. Okay, this seems to be good. I gave it my best shot. That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it? It doesn't look like we'll get a clear result from this print. Okay, let's try a different finger then. Okay, well, the thumbprint seems to be pretty heavy. Let's try that one. Alright, sprinkle the powder everywhere. Powder, powder everywhere. Not a drop to drink. What? No, that you don't drink powder. I mean, unless you want to die, but I mean, you know, who wants... Oh, that is actually not that dark. Okay. Huh. Alright, well, ring finger seems to be pretty dark, too. Let's try that. Okay, sprinkling the powder. Okay, this is just all bad. Alright, fine then, the middle finger. Also, holy crap. Like, how long have you had this thing preserved where a fingerprint could still be on it? Like, on cloth? Oh, that's a good one. Alright, and now, dare to compare. Well, it's not Gant. It's not Meekins. It's not Jake Marshall. Bruce's looks a little bit different. It's not Gumshoe's. It's not Lana's. What? Comparison complete. Perfect match. No. How can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here? Hey, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they? Huh? Oh, it seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match. Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be Dark's prints. Psst. Hey, you. Over here. What's going on here? What are that kid's prints doing inside the chief's safe? Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now. Here. Maybe you should hold on to this. Strip of cloth folded and added to the court record. Let's examine it, shall we? I keep doing the wrong thing. Strip of cloth. No, not presenting it. What is this strip of cloth anyway? It's smooth and sort of feels like vinyl. However you pronounce that. I think I've felt something like this before. Nah, I can't remember. It seems this is becoming a habit with you. I can't keep anything in my head lately. Note to self, Detective Gumshoe is going senile. Emma's fingerprints were found on this cloth. I have a bad feeling about this. Found in the Chief Gant's safe evidence for something, but what? Bears Emma Sky's prints. This is a handprint, right? Yeah, someone left behind an oil stain on the fabric. Whoever it was, they must have had a really oily hand. Mr. Wright, think about it scientifically. Huh? A more likely explanation is the person slipped and fell on a freshly waxed floor. Getting wax all over their hand. Well, that would account for this amount of oil, I guess. I don't see what's so scientific about it, though. It happens, you know. I always slip on the floors at school after they're waxed. And nothing on the back. Okay, well, I haven't talked to you yet, so okay, Chief's office. That desk on the other side of the room, was that your sister's? It's almost like you were talking to Gumshoe there. Yes, that's what I was waiting. Oh, that's where I was waiting for Lana. On that day 2 years ago. Is anyone using it now? No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave it there. He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. I see. So ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk? No one except Chief Gant. And the cleaning lady who's in here each morning. Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. Can I ask you something? Sure. You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SO9 crime scenes. I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it? Why do you ask? You don't think... Nah, you wouldn't be. No. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Okay, now then, let's look around a bit more. Hey, hold on, not so fast, buddy. Huh? What is it? When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to start bothering you, pal. You don't just let it go at that. Sorry, this guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you? You two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you? Hit my mic there, that was a mistake, okay. What? Yeah, Mr. Wright, what do we think of him? Chief Gant. So it's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings. Yet. There he goes, ignoring me again. Well, was I any help? Of course. Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. Well, that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you in the coat? Eek! Chief Gant! We didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then, I thought of a certain detective. Do you mean... look, me, sir? Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. Yes, sir. Sorry. Oh, you in the coat. Me, sir? Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore. But, sir... Now get out. Yes, sir. We'll be on our way too, then. Wait. You, the one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet. Me, sir? I'd like a word with you. But, sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet. You with the spiky hair. You're free to go. Mr. Wright. Look, pal. I told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. Chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you? I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have said it. And I've seen the evidence Chief Gant was hiding in his office. I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. It's hard to believe anyone could keep quiet about it all this time. Anyway, you listening to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the Chief again. Later, pal. After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police want to ask her some questions, so she'll be busy for the rest of the day. Back here, in the detention room. I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning. It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can. What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. You know, I think I finally figured it out. Who it is you're hiding behind those words. Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth? Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. Alright then, let's talk. About keeping quiet. I have to admit I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual. What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say? So you think I'm protecting this person? Protecting? No, I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence. For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, who may I ask is this person you're speaking of? The one I am supposedly so frightened of. What is this person's name? Well, the only person that you could be afraid of. Well, Miss Skye? Mr. Wright, you are addressing the chief prosecutor. Do not forget your place. I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans. My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about the circumstances? Okay, about Damon Gant. We were partners until 2 years ago. Oh wait, did I mess up who said what there? Okay, whatever. We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective. Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes? His crimes? Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence. Of course, these are serious offenses. Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned? Chief Gant? Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly investigated that evidence was me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation. Am I mixing up the names? If so, I am so very sorry. Yes, you, but also one other, Damon Gant. If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case. Well, what about this? I mean, not so much falsifying, but just not showing everything. I just found this in a safe in the chief's office. This jar piece and this strip of cloth. You know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SO9 incident, but I didn't present those. I presented the evidence list. Okay. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him? We're not just going to bring up the fact that I chose the evidence list where half of it seems to be missing. Okay. Touché, Mr. Wright. It's as you surmised, I cannot disobey the Chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty for murder. Why not? Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate in the murder of Detective Goodman. Perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. What are these orders? Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car. Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes, you are not the one who murdered Detective Goodman. Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk was broken. I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body. The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife? No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it. The knife from the SL9 incident, serial killer Joe Dark's knife. I couldn't just leave that knife in him, so I took it out and stabbed him with another knife. That would be Edgeworth's knife. That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. And that is the reason for the bandage on your right hand? Yes. Seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. And then she saw me just as I plunged the knife in. Miss Starr. Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly? It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that, by whatever means possible. So, you hid Dark's knife. The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that. So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it in Edgeworth's exhaust pipe. I mean, it's not like Edgeworth wouldn't have found out when he was trying to drive away. Right, and I called my sister to tell her what happened and to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler. You asked Emma? I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this. That would explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence. Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day. A bad feeling. The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall. To Marshall? Why on earth would you call him? The lead investigator for the SO9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. Or at least, I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own. Oh, you mean, not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands. He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence. He had already stolen the ID card, but it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to bring it to the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared. So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room. I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. But Lana, you've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow. Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. I've got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's real murderer. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago. To be continued. Also, not to mention, I mean, we kind of need to figure out, like, how in the world the body got into Edgeworth's trunk to begin with. I'm still caught up on that. Well, I mean, the trunk was broken, but still. Come on now. With someone like Edgeworth, he would know if, like, some stuff is going down, especially since he had to go to the evidence room, and then, come on now, just, well, whatever. Next time, we go to the trial. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. See you next time for some more Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. This was a bad outro. Whatever. Goodbye.